Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Firestar Tarot. I am Empress Egypt, and this is your weekly general love reading. So we're going to be tapping into your person's energy. We're going to do things a little bit different. Normally, I do a you versus them reading. I am going to be doing just a your person's energy, okay? So we're going to tap into your person's energy. We're going to see where they're at, how they're thinking, what they're feeling, and how they feel towards you, okay? There will be extended this week, so there will be an extended to this video. If you are interested in the extended, I have provided my PayPal link as well as my email address. Just send me an email and let me know that you want the extended for Gemini, and I will give it to you. I do use my PayPal, so you will pay via PayPal, and it's just $5 for my extended, you guys. All right. So anything I don't go over the intro, I will put in the description box for you guys. Ultimately, though, the main thing here is the basic rules that apply on all the channels, okay? Energy's fluid, gender's fluid, time's irrelevant. I know time's not irrelevant on everybody's pages, you guys, but it is here on my channel, okay? Because divine's timing and our understanding of timing, totally two different things. Also, to you guys, I am not a fortune teller, okay? I'm not here to tell you your future. This is simply a higher perspective of looking at things, okay? A more divine understanding, a higher perspective, okay? So a warning, there may be trigger warnings here, okay? I do say things truthfully. I say what I'm supposed to say, okay? I don't tell you what you want to hear. I also do have my chats open, you guys. I am live streaming, not only on YouTube, but on Facebook as well. So I am, for the most part, Streamlabs been working pretty good, or StreamYard, sorry, has been working pretty good. So I can see your comments, so don't be afraid to say hi. I don't answer personal questions. If you do have personal questions, you guys, that would be a personal reading. I have provided my email address. Just send me an email and be like, hey, Empress Egypt, I would like your price list when it comes to your personal readings, and I'll send it over, okay? All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading, Gemini. So when I was pre-shuffling off of camera, clearly a few cards did flip over and stand out. And yeah, so reconciliation popped up really quick, right? The temperance card showed up. The temperance card showed up twice. All right. So I do see reconciliation. But I also saw some hesitation, and I saw some, just some cards that really indicated that this person wasn't clear on how to take actions. Okay. And the Knight of Pentacles came through too. So it's an immature way of manifestation. So I just feel like your person's a little lost right now, Gemini, but all in all, I do feel like they are, in the right place that they're supposed to be in, working on the right things, okay? And they do know what it is that they want. Again, they're just having a hard time on how to get there, all right? So we're going to break into their energy, tap into it, and see what's going on with your person. Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to my Geminis and their person of interest, please. Show me what I need to see. All right, so we do have a few cards that flipped. First up, we do have the Four of Pentacles coming through, okay? I need to adjust my lighting, you guys. Sorry, it's a little bright tonight. Four of Pentacles energy coming through right off the bat. The Devil energy, right? Devil energy too. And we also have the Four of Wands in reverse. Four of Swords, sorry. Four of Swords in reverse. Let's get a few more cards, and then I will start explaining this to you, and then we will also clarify, all right? I'm going to be using the Light Seers Tarot deck, and then I'll be clarifying with the Hermetic deck, and then we'll pull some overall advice from one of the Oracle, the Light Oracle decks. I forget the name of them. The Work Your Light Tarot decks, Oracle decks, you guys, is where we'll be getting advice from Spirit, all right? In the extended, we'll be going over the possible outcome, and of course, anything that I feel like is really important in this reading to talk about in the extended, we will talk about it, okay? All right, so let's find out what's going on. Spirit, show me what else I need to see when it comes to my Geminis, please. Gemini's person. We also have the Ten of Wands coming through, as well as the Magician in reverse, okay? Spirit, let's get 4 more cards to 5 more cards, please. We also have the Fool coming through. Let's get a few more cards, Spirit. A few more cards, please, for my Geminis. my Gemini's person they clicked on this video for, the person that they think they're thinking of, the person that's on their mind. A few more cards, please, Spirit. Ten of Swords coming through in reverse. Let's get 2 more cards, Spirit, please. 2 more cards for my Geminis and their person of interest. 2 more cards, Spirit, please. All right, Page of Wands. Let's get 1 more card, Spirit, please. 1 more spark. 1 more card for my Gemini's person of interest, please. 1 more card. One more card, please, Spirit, when it comes to my Gemini's person of interest, the person on their mind, please. 1 more card. I do see that your person is going through a lot, okay, Gemini, straight up. There's a lot going on here. You know, way too many cards here. I feel like, honestly, it's hard to say at this point if you guys are in communication or not here. I'm not getting any heavy indications of anything that's showing separation, but at the same time, I'm not absolutely 100% clear yet. So just hold on 1 second. Let's get 1 more card here, Gemini. Gemini's person of interest, please, Spirit. 1 more card. There we go. The Sun in reverse. Actually, 2 cards came out. There's that Ace of Swords. Not clear, right? All right. Let's break this down. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the 7 of Swords. Yep. So I do feel like this is a separation, okay? Obviously, reconciliation. I didn't see any major cards right off the get-go, but at the bottom of the deck, we do have the 7 of Swords, okay? So this person has walked away from you. This person is not communicating. So there's a lot of masks. There's, again, not a lot of exposing feelings, right? A lack of communication. So grounding this whole energy, grounding this whole situation is going to be the fact that this person has walked away from you. Sorry. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this and we will clarify. I'll be holding up the cards because you guys can't see all the cards on the table, okay? So the first card that came out was the 4 of Pentacles, okay? So this is telling me that there is this sense of greed within your person's energy, okay? We also have the Devil card coming through. The Devil's all about addictions and codependency. So I do feel like there has been some past tense codependencies with this person or vice versa with this person with you, okay? 4 of Swords energy is telling me this person is not trusting themselves. They're not trusting the isolation process. They're not trusting this whole stagnation, this fixation and what it's made for, okay? We also have the 10 of Wands coming through, right? The releasing of a lot of burdens, the ending of cycles, getting and releasing of all the negative shit in their life, okay? We also have the Magician in reverse, which is telling me there's a lot of tricksters. This energy is the trickster energy, okay? So this is a person who has maybe, pulled the wool over your eyes, maybe told you things that you believed and then turned around and didn't prove them to you. It's just that trickster energy, right? This is someone who plays the player energy. They have the power to be able to manifest. They have the power to be able to use the things around them. But unfortunately, they have used their powers for wrong, okay? And I'm not picking up like on an energy of like bad, evil, like, oho, or any type of evil, like kind of, energy. I'm just feeling this. They might not even realize they're able to manifest or whatever, but it's like they can create and they have taken advantage of either you or a situation before. We do have the Fool coming through, right? The Fool energy is, of course, the person who takes the leap of faith, right? They are a little naive. They may be just not afraid to jump into things, okay? So I do feel like maybe this relationship or this energy with you, they may have rushed into things. And of course, this is why they kind of walked away without expressing emotions. They kind of left the door open with you guys, okay? 10 of Swords energy in reverse. Sorry, my lighting is so... Steven, can you do me a favor? Can you adjust this lighting for me? It's way too bright. You can't see the cards. It's that first knob. Sorry, Gemini. Hold on. You guys know I'm live. Hello, hello. All right, that's perfect. Thank you. So again, 10 of Swords energy in reverse is really this energy of just, honestly, this person had a really hard time communicating. This person had a lot of issues previous, because the 10's all about ending cycles. So this is an ending to this, but there's a lot of the way that they were thinking was not clear. A lot of the ways that they were thinking was a lot of confusion within their head, within their thoughts, and within how they think, okay? We also have the Page of Wands energy in reverse. This is this energy of not wanting to communicate things. Clearly, we know this with the Seven of Swords on the bottom of the deck. They have walked away from you, right? The Sun energy, this person's not happy, okay? Your person, honestly, is not happy with the decision that has been made, the decisions they have made, the things they were unclear about, the things that they didn't manifest, the things that they tricked you. I do see with the 2 10s, with the 10 of Swords in reverse and the 10 of Wands in the upright, they are ending these cycles, the things that they've done wrong, the way they have abandoned things, the way that they haven't been clear and communicated. There's been a lot of this energy of really thinking about things. So they are ending these cycles. They are trying to fix things. Whether this is actually fixing it in the actual physical, it's hard to say, but right now in the energy, in the thought process behind things, they are going through and processing things, okay? Again, the 4 of Swords in reverse is a little bit of stagnation. They're really fixated instead of learning from the fixation, okay? But again, ultimately, they're unhappy here with the Sun in reverse. And the last card in the spread is the Ace of Swords, right? The Ace of Swords in reverse is about not having that mental clarity, not understanding what's going on. And so this is where I was saying they just don't really know what to do. So overall, again, there is this energy of wanting to reconciliate, wanting to make things right, but ultimately they just don't know how to do it. They don't know how to be clear and get it done. So let's clarify and find out what's going on here. All right, so let's find out what's going on with the 4 of Pentacles first. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse. So I do feel like, honestly, they were greedy when it came to passion, okay? I do feel like your person's energy and past tense energy was just someone who was very free with their passion. I do feel like they were very greedy in the sense that they took passion from you. They may have took passion from others. They may have been intimate with you, Gemini, and they were probably intimate with others, okay? So all in all, there's this greedy feeling with the 4 of Pentacles. I don't feel like they were being greedy in the sense that they were like literally hoarding everything from themselves. It's more of this energy of they just were able to create so well. They were able to manifest things so well. So whether this was they just knew what to say, how they knew to say it, or when to say it and how to say it, and, how to touch you when they said it, those kind of things. It was like the player who played the field, but ultimately it was like they didn't intentionally set to play. It's just how it happened because they were able to basically get what they wanted, right? So ultimately it's this sense of greed, but not with intent, okay? So it's not intentional greediness here. All right, so what's going on with the Devil energy here, Spirit? What is this addiction? What is this codependency going on with my Gemini's person of interest? Why is the Devil here? What is the puppets? What is going on? Princess of Swords. So I feel like, honestly, they are probably a little codependent on you, Gemini. Interesting enough, even if they're not communicating with you here, there's something that they depend on you for, okay? So even if they're not depending on you and letting you know that they're depending on you, there's this energy of them always using you to maybe compare things in their life, or what would have it been if it was with them, if it was with my Gemini, that kind of energy, okay? So I do feel like, honestly, the addictions here are the fact that they are clear when it comes to their emotions behind you. They are clear, but however, it's like they're not being clear with themselves, right? It's like they know that there's something going on here. They know there's something deeper than what they see. Unfortunately, it's this codependency. It's this addiction within their thought process. It's this addiction within the way things are manifested for them. Okay, Gemini. Let's see what this 4 of Swords is here for. The 4 of Swords in reverse. What is this fixation? What is this stagnation for my Gemini's person? Why is the 4 of Swords energy here, Spirit? Show me what I need to see, please. I do feel like, honestly, though, it's like there's this rushing energy. Yeah, Queen of Swords in reverse, right? Lack of mental clarity. So because they're having this lack of mental clarity, literally it's your person's thoughts. Your person is their biggest enemy, okay? They are their biggest enemy here. Yeah, I mean, look, Queen of Swords in reverse, right, is someone who is just not having it. It's like they don't want to listen, right? They don't want to have the mental clarity. It's like they don't want to acknowledge that everything that you said was right and everything they said was wrong kind of energy, right? It's this not wanting to fixate, to move forward. It's like they're wanting to fixate and stay where they're fixated at and just stay there and not move forward energy. And of course, this is past tense. We're only on the first 3 cards here, so there's more cards to be obviously clarified. But overall, that's what this energy is with the Four of Swords in reverse. Okay, they're just really stagnant because again, they're not wanting to take that step to move forward. They're not clear. They don't have the mental clarity they need to be able to actually move forward. Okay. But I do know that they do have mental clarity when it comes to, again, codependency. They know that they are their worst enemy here. They know they have issues within the way they think. And they know that they were greedy before when it came to their passion with you, okay? Yeah, justice. I do feel like they are going to bring justice, okay? They are going to balance things out. Now, of course, we're going to clarify and find out how, but ultimately I do see them trying to make things right here, okay? And I am picking up on this energy. I just feel like they're tricking themselves here. Like they're second guessing themselves here. And this is why they can't move forward, okay? High Priestess, right? Yeah, definitely. It's like you're the High Priestess, Gemini, right? They know that it's like when they trust their intuition, they know you're the one. But when they start looking at the outside world and other temptation or outside influence, it's like all of a sudden they start doubting their intuition. They start believing in the things that they can see and touch instead of trusting the things that they can feel here, okay? What is the Ten of Wands here? What is it that they're releasing? Are they releasing all of these things, Spirit? Show me what I need to see, please, when it comes to my Gemini's person and this Ten of Wands. What is this Ten of Wands energy? Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the things they didn't manifest. Yeah, the things that, are their world, their universe. I feel like, honestly, Gemini, you are this person's world, okay? I feel like they have walked away from you, not expressing these things to you. Ultimately, they do feel like you are their world. You are the universe to them, but they also know, more importantly, that if they just trust that tingling feeling within, that thump in the heart, it's like you speak to them through their heart and they know this is you, right? They pick up on this. They can feel this. And they want to balance. They want to balance this, right? They want to be able to fully allow themselves to trust their intuition here. But ultimately, this universe is the same kind of energy. They have to also put that faith in the universe. It's like they want to trust, divine timing. They want to, trust the process. They want to trust that feeling that they have, that intuition. They want to bring balance to this situation, but ultimately, they're still just not clear. They're still having an issue when it comes to the way they're thinking, okay? All right, so what is the Magician here in reverse? What is it that my Gemini's person is tricking themselves over, or what is it that is being kind of trickery here? Okay, what is this magic that is taking place with the Magician in reverse, Spirit? And let me show you guys the cards. So this is the Magician in reverse, okay? Trickster, right? Magic, okay? Not manifesting, but magic, okay? Using elements to be able to trick people. Remember, I was telling you, I feel like this person maybe played with you a little bit. As far as emotions go, here's the Sun, verifying with the Sun. So I do feel like, honestly, there's tricks. The tricks are within their illusions of what is happiness, okay? So ultimately, it's like they don't believe happiness really exists, okay? Or if they do believe happiness really exists, sorry, it's my daughter. If they do believe that happiness exists, it's like what they think is happiness, there's tricks within that. So I feel like, honestly, there's this part of your person, Gemini, that doesn't believe in happiness. And this would make sense why they're having a hard time trusting their intuition. It's like day and night, right? It's like their intuition is telling them to go for it, to go ahead and kiss the girl, right? Like in The Little Mermaid, right? It's like, nature and spirit and, divine is like singing in their ear, telling them, go ahead, go for it, right? This is your happiness. But because they actually literally cannot physically in their mind see what happiness is, or they haven't thought about it long enough to actually know what long-term happiness is, they're having a hard time. So those are those two opposing forces within their thoughts, right? So what is this Fool here, Spirit? Are they going to take a leap of faith towards my Gemini? What's going on with this Fool here? Queen of Cups energy and the Two of Cups in reverse. So I do feel like, honestly, they're going to take a leap of faith when it comes to this disunion. Okay, I feel like they are going to they are going to muster up I cannot speak tonight. They are going to get the courage to come to you and actually take a leap of faith when it comes to this disunion. We also have the Queen of Cups. So I do feel like, honestly, the feminine energy within your person, Gemini, is really going to kind of touch, you know what I'm saying? Hi, Keisha. Is it Keisha? I can barely see the writing, you guys. Yes. So ultimately, I do feel like this person does love you. They do want to take a leap of faith when it comes to loving you or allowing you to nurture and love them. But ultimately, they know that there's this disunion, and they know that they have to take a leap of faith when it comes to this disunion if they are going to be happy. It's like their intuition and spirit and divine is like really giving them a nudge, okay? All right, so what is the Ten of Swords here in reverse, Spirit? What's going on with this Ten of Swords energy in reverse? Show me what I need to see when it comes to the Ten of Swords energy. Clearly, we know tens are about endings, okay? So we do know that there's an ending to the cycle, and it is right under the Ten of Wands. So we know that your person is releasing a lot of these burdens. They're starting to think about things. And clearly, the Ten of Swords energy is an ending to this, but I feel like, honestly, this ending is karma. I don't feel like they've ended this situation, okay? So I do feel like they do want to take a leap of faith when it comes to this disunion, okay? Ultimately, though, they know that something has happened that has ended this, okay? So I feel like, honestly, what this energy is they know that they've ended the relationship with you. They know that they have gone elsewhere or they're somewhere else, but ultimately they're just not happy where they're at. And they know this. They know they're not happy, okay? So ultimately, to be happy, Gemini, they have to clear out their thoughts. They have to get a hold of their thoughts. They have to get control and composure of themselves so that they can muster up, again, the confidence to be able to build up this courage to come to you, okay? But I do feel like, honestly, the blasted tower in reverse, this was something that they did. This wasn't divine, right? So in other words, it was like divine set you guys up, divine set it all out in place. And it's like this person just ignored all the signs that God was trying to tell them, hey, this is a good fit for you. And it was like, again, they just took that greediness and kind of went elsewhere. So ultimately, this leads to them having to really go through it and realize, hey, the shit that happened, that they made happen, there's an ending to it. Like, they don't want this anymore. They don't want this feeling, you know what I'm saying, of destruction. So clarifying the Page of Wands. Why are they not communicating? What is this lack of communication? What is this lack of taking action to communicate? We do have the Four of Cups in reverse, okay? So I feel like right now the reason they're not communicating, Gemini, is because in the past with you and with other people, it was very hard for them to be able to tell what was love and what was lust, okay? Everything was very blended for them, okay? So the perception of everything was everything. Like, there was no, this is love, this is lust, this person truly loves you and wants long term. This person just wants you because of the touch. So it was all the same to them, okay? Ultimately, because of that, because of them still not fully understanding the difference between love and lust or emotions and passion, there's this sense of hesitation, okay? This sense of hesitation when it comes to communication, because before, I feel like, honestly, maybe the relationship was kind of really quick, maybe it was fast to take off, maybe it was just as fast to end, but ultimately this energy is why they're hesitant, okay? It's because they know in the past they fucked up, and so they don't want to make the same mistakes again, which is a good energy, Gemini, okay? Ten of Pentacles. So yeah, they're not communicating right now because, yes, one of the not knowing the difference between emotions and lust, right? Or love and, passion. But ultimately, it's because there were things that they manifested, and these things that they manifested now are a part of their life. So they really have to focus on getting that shit in order, like getting their finances in order, getting their job in order. If they have kids, if they have family or whatever it is that they're taking care of, it's like with this Ten of Pentacles energy, the reason they're not communicating right now is because they are focusing on getting this Knight of Pentacles, okay? The Ten of Pentacles. They are focused on getting that wealth, getting that stability, that structure, that foundation that they need, all right? So what's going on with this unhappiness, right? Why is the Sun here in reverse, Spirit, when it comes to my Gemini's person? What is making them unhappy? Show me what I need to see when it comes to the Sun in reverse, please. Six of Pentacles. So they're unhappy because there's not an equal give and take when it comes to y'all's love, okay? They feel this disunion. They feel this Two of Cups in reverse. They feel this Six of Pentacles, right? They feel that, well, that's just the problem, is that they don't feel. They don't feel your energy. Maybe you've pulled back, Gemini, but ultimately they know that they're not happy because they can't give you the things you give them. They can't reciprocate the things that you've given to them. They can't tell you how they feel. They can't show you how they feel because, again, this separation, the things that they have created, this disunion, this destruction, okay? Clarifying with the Three of Pentacles as well, yeah. So they know that they put the work into this third-party situation that they left you behind for, okay? Ultimately, they know that this third-party situation, we're going to check into this third-party situation in the extended. We're going to find out what's going on with this third party exactly in detail in the extended as far as the possible outcome. And we're also going to tap into the energy of how your person feels for this third party and how they feel for you ultimately, okay? But yes, so what's going on, the reason they're unhappy is because they know this third party situation is shit, okay? It's just not good. They're not happy when it comes to this situation. They're not happy with the decisions they made, the destruction they've caused, but they are working really hard here, okay? And even though they're still having a hard time communicating within themselves, they're still trying here. So the last part up is the Ace of Swords in reverse, right? This is that lack of mental clarity, all right? So let's find out what's really going on. What is the main reason behind this lack of mental clarity? What is the main reason behind this confusion? What's really going on with this Ace of Swords energy? Spirit, show me what I need to see when it comes to this Ace of Swords energy. Are they taking advantage of their power, or are they just literally not knowing how to create that power? Four of Swords in reverse. So yeah, this is the third four on the table. All right, you guys, 4, 4, 4. Interesting, very interesting. So there is a lot of fixation. There is a lot of stagnation. There is a lot of resting, okay? And this is because they're really trying to get a hold on this. They're really trying to get a hold of their, what is their ego? What is their thought? What is the correct thought? What is intuition? What is divine timing? There's just a lot that your person is going through, Gemini, honestly, okay? I do feel like, honestly, Spirit wants them to rest more, but they're not. And I think that's a lot of the issues right now. The reason they're not reconciliating with you, the reason they're not communicating with you is because they are their own worst enemy here. It's like the saying is, it's in the moments of silence that ideas come to you, okay? It's in the moment of silence, relaxation, meditation, quiet, right? Quiet time, silent moments. That is when you get the answers that you are seeking. It's in the moments when things are quiet and that normal frustration in your head's not there. It's like, when you go lay down at night and you want to go to sleep, right? And it's like the second you go to lay down, everything starts running in your mind. Well, that's because you're quiet. That's when all the answers, that's when everything starts to come. The ideas that's when the juices start to flow, right? It's when you're calm. So ultimately, Spirit's trying to get your person to relax, right? To rest so that the answers will come to them. But unfortunately, because your person is in this energy of go, 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 restart, manifest, get what I need to, like taking action, but unfortunately, they're in a time when they're not supposed to be taking action. They're at a moment in this that they're supposed to be taking that silence. They're supposed to be taking that rest so that the answers will come to them. And again, it's like they're trying to find the answers. They're trying to seek those answers instead of allowing Spirit to speak to them. Anything else when it comes to this Ace of Swords energy, Spirit? Ace of Swords energy in reverse. Anything else that my Gemini's person is not clear about? The Queen of Wands. There's a lot of confusion within passion and love, okay? Your person has a hard time here. I feel like, honestly, they know with you there was this strong, passionate connection, but it also scares the living shit out of them, okay? Because they don't know if, they just really don't know if this is actually like real or if this is an addiction, right? They don't know. Remember the devil energy here? They really don't know. They feel like you're an addiction, okay? They're having a hard time. It's like they know certain things, but again, it's like this back and forth, right? They just start doubting their intuition here. They start doubting based off of this unhappiness, right? interesting. It really is. Let's get one more card, Spirit, when it comes to this Ace of Swords in reverse, please. One more card when it comes to this Ace of Swords energy in reverse. This lack of mental clarity, please, Spirit. There's the Two of Swords energy I was talking about, right? It's the two opposing forces within them, honestly. It's them. They're seeking the answers without instead of looking for the answers within. So they're not trusting divine, you know? They're not trusting their intuition. They're not trusting in divine timing. They're wanting to try to make things work because they realize they fucked up, which is good, right? Gemini, you want them to acknowledge they fucked up. You want them to reconciliate, especially if you truly feel the strength, you know, that if you truly feel that attachment to them, if you truly do love them and you want them, you just want them to wake up. You just want them to feel the same way for you. You want the equal give and take, right? You want this Six of Pentacles just as much as they do here. But ultimately, in order to get that Six of Pentacles, you guys both have to learn, you know, what it is that you're supposed to learn from the ending of this relationship. Ultimately, your person has two opposing forces within them. They are their own worst enemy. They're seeking answers on the outside instead of trusting the intuition on the inside. They're literally being their own trickster here, right? They're creating this own magic. And the magic that is creating, the manifestation that is taking place is not what they want, because ultimately it makes them unhappy as hell. They know in order to be happy that they have to release these two opposing forces. They have to be clear, but they don't realize the way to do it. And the way to do it is just to trust in divine. It's to trust in the feeling in your heart. It's to trust what your gut is telling you, not what you can physically see. So as of right now, that is the holdup with your person, Gemini. Okay, so let's get overall advice from Spirit when it comes to, for you, Aries, when it comes to this person and what you can do. Ultimately, like I said, right now, the hesitation with your person is not about communicating. It's not about, you know, reconciliating because they want to. It's that they have issues within their own thought process that they're not 100% clear. And if they're not 100% clear, you don't want them in this energy, because if they're not 100% clear, they can come back and do the exact same thing they've done before. And especially if you haven't learned what you need to, Gemini, out of this situation, if you haven't established boundaries, if this person comes in with this energy, again, it's going to be a repeat of the same thing that's happened last time. They're going to come in, you're going to allow them to take everything again, they're going to take everything, and they're still just going to go to something else, because there's something for you to learn, to grow, and transform into, as well as this person. Again, they have to release these two opposing forces here. They have to be able to see clearly before they can communicate with you and come towards you, okay? All right, Spirit, what do you have for my Geminis? Overall advice, overall messages and advice for my Geminis when it comes to this connection. Spirit, please show me what I need to see when it comes to my Geminis, their person of interest, this energy, overall advice and messages, please. I'm going from anywhere from 3 to 5 cards. We'll see what happens, okay? Interesting. This actually came through in Taurus's energy. This card did, so I'll explain that right now. Let's get a few more cards, Spirit, when it comes to advice, messages for my Geminis, please. Yeah, I do feel like, honestly, Spirit's telling you, Gemini, to slow down, and your person, okay? So cross-watcher, if you're watching this and if you are interested in one of my Geminis, Spirit is telling you to slow down, okay? This is a moment for you to slow down, cross-watcher. Focus on the quiet. Focus on the silence so that the answers you seek will come to you, all right? Trust in divine, trust in God, trust in the universe, and trust in the plan, okay? Everything happens for a reason. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you, all right? Spirit, anything else when it comes to my Aries energy, please? Advice for my Aries, I'm sorry, Aries. Why am I saying Aries? Jeez. Advice for my Gemini, please, when it comes to this person of interest. Anything else, Spirit? 2 more cards, please, Spirit. 2 more cards, please, Spirit. This hurt finger kind of distracts me a little bit, you guys. Sorry, I apologize. 2 more cards, please, Spirit. Let's get 2 more cards. Thank you. All right. Lifting the veil, all right? So this is about just like what I was saying. It's like your person is literally seeking the answers in the things they can see instead of understanding that the answers they need are within. So ultimately, Spirit saying, lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go, right? So I feel like honestly, right now, Aries, I'm sorry, there we go with Aries again. Maybe you're dealing with an Aries. I don't know. Ultimately, your person, Gemini, is really just sitting here questioning everything, straight up questioning everything. They're really in their head. And again, this is those two opposing forces. And it's not that they're not supposed to be questioning everything. It's that they are supposed to be questioning everything. And then they're supposed to be taking that rest, okay? They're supposed to be evaluating everything, questioning everything that's taken place, especially because they're not happy. And then they're supposed to sit there and just take the time, the moment to rest and to meditate. And they're not doing that. So ultimately, they're staying in this confusion. They're not moving forward. They're tricking themselves. They're not happy. There's not mental clarity because, again, they are their own worst enemy. Their questioning has become their obsession, their fixation, instead of fixated on fixing the things that they're questioning, okay? So ultimately, Spirit is telling them that anything that is not aligned needs to go, okay? We also have Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. I do feel like, honestly, this connection is a soul type of connection. We have the Two of Cups in the reverse, which is telling me that this connection is in a disunion. However, it's still a divine connection. It's still a soul contract. So ultimately what this means is that you guys were meant to meet each other, to grow, to advance, to, ascend, to become something better, and to understand intuition, to understand and trust divine, again, this higher understanding, this higher knowledge, this higher learning. Okay, so it is beautiful. You guys are both supposed to be learning from each other here. Again, Gemini, it's important, create your boundaries so that if this person does come back to you, you're ready, prepared, and you're ready for the game, because it is a game. Okay, Earth pulsing. Okay, pulse of the mother, slow down, time and nature. Yeah, I do feel like, honestly, this is for your person's energy. Honestly, Gemini, it's this energy of just your person needs to slow down, right? Take the moment of silence, let the answers come to them. I feel like, again, there's a lot of, it's not that your person's not supposed to be questioning things. It's just that there's not that moment of silence, right? That moment to actually get the answer. They're questioning everything, but they don't allow the moment of silence to get the answer that they need, right? They just keep going, questioning everything, right? So that's where they're at. We do have the blue flame. Awesome, though. This is that spontaneous awakening, right? That activation, the integration time. That's awesome. I feel like, again, this is that soul contact, that soul contract. I feel like this person, I feel like, honestly, you can feel their energy just as much as they can feel yours. Okay, I feel like you guys are both being activated right now. I feel like this is a mutual feeling. Okay. I feel like you guys literally out of nowhere just started having emotions kind of coming and bubbling to the surface. Maybe you hadn't thought about this person in a while and these memories started coming back up. Maybe you're having dreams about this person. Ultimately, though, this is that spontaneous awakening. I feel like divine is starting to prep you guys, whether this is for you guys to come back into union or not. Ultimately, it is to find the divine purpose, right? It is to find divine, and it is to trust in divine, right? So ultimately, that's what this activation is. It's the awakening to spirituality. It's the awakening to higher education, higher learning, right? Being the higher divine self, divine masculine, the divine feminine. It's waking you guys up and activating you guys to be in divine, all right? We also have inner earth. This is about you will survive this, all right? New solutions and beginnings. So yes, Gemini, look, I know this shit hurts, okay? I know it hurts like hell to care for somebody so much and to not have them, to not be able to touch them, to protect them, to nurture them, just to talk with them, right? I get it. It fucking hurts like hell, right? Ultimately, though, if you didn't feel that pain, you wouldn't know what that love was. So it's important to remember that you're going to survive this, okay? It's not going to be indefinite. And honestly, the things that you're going through and that pain you are feeling is making you stronger. It literally is. It's making you stronger. It's making you more mature, more divine, it's creating more strength. It's creating those boundaries. It's creating, look, because this person did not give you love the way you know you deserved it, because this person did not reciprocate the love and give it back the way you know you deserved it, you slowly but surely started to realize how much you needed to love yourself. Now, I know it's still hard. I know it's not the easiest thing to do, but ultimately, Gemini, you know this. You know that this person, it's like going from one day to the next, going from this being so obsessed with them to the next day being like, why am I so obsessed with them? It's like this back and forth energy, right? One minute you're like, I'm going to get over them. The next minute you're like, why am I still hung on them, right? You just can't let go. Well, that's because of this energy. That's because of this activation. Look, you cannot, what is the word I'm looking for? You do not know your plan. You do not know. It's like people go around their whole lives trying to find out what their purpose is, right? What it is that they're supposed to be doing in life. Look, that's not for you to know. Yeah, you can question it all you want, but when it comes down to it, there is a divine plan. There is a divine purpose. So understanding in that and trusting in that and knowing that whatever happens to you is for a reason. It is for you to learn something. So there's something, if you're repeating these cycles over and over again, whether it's with this person or with anybody else, it's important to understand that that's because there's something that needs to change. So at this point, I feel like Spirit's just really telling you to, hey, look, there's always solutions, right? There's always new beginnings. So close out this cycle, right? Close out this negative energy, okay? Close out this waiting, right? Close it out and live your life. That way, when this person does come, right? Because we know they're coming. They're in a little bit of issues. They're in a little bit of conflict within their thoughts, right? They are their own worst enemy. But ultimately, this person is not happy where they're at. They're not happy with the decisions made. They know their intuition is telling them to serve justice with you, right? To work hard with you, to manifest for you, to have this love with you, right? To be happy. You are their universe. This is all here. The cards say so, right? But ultimately, this person's not happy because of the actions they made. The actions to walk away and to leave you in the dirt with not expressing those emotions, with not telling you truly how they feel. Ultimately, they're getting their karma. They're not happy, right? But Spirit still works the way Spirit works. Divine still works the way that Divine works, right? If this is going to happen, this is going to happen. But ultimately, you have to learn, and so does your person. I feel like your person's learning. They're having a little issues. There's still some stagnation, again, when it comes to those two opposing forces. But ultimately, right now, it's all about you, Gemini, creating these boundaries so that when this person does come back to reconciliate, because they're doing it, right? They're working on it. They're getting there. Ultimately, when they come, are you going to be ready? Are you going to be prepared for them? And what I mean by prepared for them is, are you going to have the boundaries set to where this person, one, can't take all of you, or two, this person can't take any of you? Do you get what I'm saying? You have to ultimately think about when this person comes back, not if, okay? When this energy comes back, are you ready for it? Straight up, are you ready for it? And what I mean is, are you going to go down the same cycle you've been going down every time? Or are you going to actually make things different this time? And I'm not talking about you being consistent, you being stable, because obviously we know you have been. You wouldn't be clicking on this video if you weren't the one putting in the effort. It's this person hasn't put in the effort. So what can you do differently when this person comes back that will not allow this person to take all of that from you? What boundaries are you going to put into place? How are you going to stop this person from taking everything from you? Does that make sense? And if you ultimately make the decision when this person comes back to reconciliate with you to not reconciliate with them, how are you going to do it? How are you going to tell them no? You have to look at all possible outcomes, okay? So with that being said, that's all I have for you guys. We are going to go ahead and get into the extended. We're going to clarify who this third party is. We're going to see how this person feels for the third party, and then we're going to look at how they feel for you on a deeper level, and we're going to look at the possible outcome. So for those of you guys going into the extended, I will see you there. If you guys do want to purchase the extended, my PayPal link is down below. My extendeds are $5. I do payment via PayPal, but I also need you guys to send me an email and be like, hey, Empress Egypt, I just paid PayPal, for the extended for Gemini, so that I can make sure that I need your email so that I can send the link for the extended via email, okay? I cannot send the link via PayPal, okay? So with that being said, you guys, for those of you guys not going into the extended, I will see you guys next week. We're going to do some shadow work, all right? We're going to be tapping into your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to tap into the shadows of shit, all right? I'm not going to sugarcoat things for you. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I am going to push your buttons, and I'm going to find out exactly what it is that you need to work on, just as much as your person, okay? Because sometimes, yes, we need to acknowledge and face the shadows, okay? We need to shine light on the shadows so that we can actually change and become better, more divine individuals, okay? All right, you guys, I love you. Stay blessed. Blessed be. Again, for those of you guys not going into the extended, I'll see you next week. Those of you guys going into the extended, I'll see you in a little bit. Really quick to you guys, when it comes to the extended, give me 24 to 48 hours to give you guys those links after you purchase the extendeds. I actually record the extendeds after I get a few requests for the extendeds because I like energy changes, okay? So if I was to record the other half of this video right now, it would be based off of this energy. So I do like to kind of get a few requests for the extendeds and then do it because I feel like the energy is a little bit fresher because again, energy can change so much. I just think it's a little bit better. And it works out better because we actually get to kind of get into it's like another reading in a way. So with that being said, you guys, for those of you guys going into the extended, I will see you there. Have a little bit of patience. You will get the link once you pay for it. You will get the link within 48 hours though, okay? All right, I love you guys. Stay blessed. Blessed be. I will see you guys next week if I don't see you in extended, all right? Bye.